Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to talk about Visual Studio Code. So if you do not use Visual Studio Code, then this video is probably not for you, but if you do use Visual Studio Code, then this video is a must watch for you, because in this video we are going to talk about some tips and tricks about Visual Studio Code. So if you do either Flutter development or any other development, then you should watch this video. We will be covering here extensions which are basically most important while you are developing some application in VS Code, or some shortcuts which can be very handy for you while developing. So let's start with the extension. So first extension I am going to talk about is bracket matcher. So bracket matcher is as an extension. If you will search in the extension, basically you need to write bracket pair colorizer, which is the bracket matcher we are going to use. So it can be used for matching the brackets, as well as you can see there will be a thin line, as you can see in this syntax, where we have a thin purple line which actually helps you in matching the braces. So if you have a lot of nested braces, then it will give different you can say different color to all the braces. So you can see here this is having a yellow brace, then inside it has a pink brace, and outside it has a blue brace. So next extension you can say is the bookmark extension. So here we will write bookmark, and this is the extension bookmarks. So it can be also very handy if you are if you want to bookmark some of your code, some block of code, and then you want to revisit them later. So what you need to do, if you are using Mac, then you can press Command Alt and K. I want to make this build as a bookmark. So here you can see a small, let me just zoom it a little bit. So here you can see a small blue ribbon type of bookmark icon, which means that you have successfully bookmarked it. And then what you can do, you can bookmark some other, I want to bookmark this body part also, then I can press Command Alt and, or you can say Command Option plus K, and then you can see we have two bookmarks. So now I can move by using Command Option and J and L. So these can be used to switch between them, and then I can also press Command Option K to toggle, if I want to disable it. So this can be a very pretty handful tool. So if you are using Windows, then you have to use Control in place of Command. Wherever I will say Command, then you can replace it with Windows. So next extension which I will talk about is the new one, which is in preview, but it can be pretty handful, which is the live share. So here we will search VS Live Share. So this is again a very handy extension by Microsoft, which can be used to share someone's code, and you can see this is in preview as of now. But what it can be helpful, if you see in the bottom, I have this Pawan, and then I have this share button. So here we have some option: start collaboration session, join collaboration session, and then I can also sign out. So you can sign in using your Microsoft account or GitHub account, and then you can access your team members code live. So that can be very useful. So these are the basic extension which I use, and for Flutter development these are must, so that you can get a benefit from them. And now let's talk about a feature which can be very useful. So in the settings you can say you can see that we have a files autosave which is off. So here in the user settings you can set it to after delay, and then you can give it a timer of 1000 millisecond, or you can change the timer, then your file will be auto saved. So these are the features. Now let's talk about the some of the shortcuts which can be very useful. So I'm going to talk about 20 shortcuts which can be very useful. So let's start with the first one. So first shortcut is if you are writing something. So let's say I write here anything you can write, like we have to let's say here give the style, so we can say style. And if you want to auto complete it, then you can press control space. So let me just give you an example of that. So let's delete this line, and let's say if we want to see what's there, so we can press control space to get the hint. Then again I will press dot, and by default it will give you a hint, but if it does not give you, then you can use control space. Okay, so second one is the palette. So we can press command shift P or control shift P for Windows. So here you can see a palette where you can write anything like launch emulator or open something or git anything, and it will give you all the options. So this can be very handy. You can also search themes and etc, preferences. So there are a lot of things. Now the second thing is like you can press command P or control P for Windows. So you just have to replace command with control. So I'll talk about Mac because I have a Mac. So command P will give you this little quick open menu section where you can go to any file directly by using this, and this can be very handy as well. So next command is command plus dot. So if you remember here, let's say I just do this, and then we have this bulb on the left hand side which is saying insert and then semicolon. But if you want to get this quick fix without touching this bulb, then you can press command and dot, and then it will give you directly this handy dialog which is suggesting you for quick fix. So you need to press, let's say we want to import this. So I will go here and just press command dot, and it will give me import library option. Next shortcut is to open a terminal, you need to press control plus the tilt button which is below the ESC or escape button. So you can toggle the terminal by pressing control plus tilt. So next shortcut is opening settings.json. So you can press command and comma, then you can directly open the settings. So command comma is for settings. So next shortcut is if you want to toggle this sidebar, then you can press command B, and you can see command B is the shortcut for toggling the sidebar. Okay, so next shortcut is Zen mode. So Zen mode is distraction free mode, which you can enter by pressing command K together and then Z, and you can see we are into the Zen mode. And then you can adjust it and like this, and then you can go again back to normal by pressing command K and then Z, and yeah, this is fine. So next shortcut is command plus backslash, and what it will do, it will help you in side-by-side editing. So you can see we have a lot of windows here, and yeah, so I can go here and here, and I can press again, and now I can select these windows, you know, by switching by pressing command and 1 2 3. So you can press numeric keyboards to switching these windows. So this is also sometimes can be handy when you are comparing code or something like that. And another thing is you can open something like if I want to open this, then you can press command plus click, and then you can directly go to that file. So command plus click can be used to open or create a file. And next is like if you want to close the folder, then you can press command W, and that folder will be closed or that file will be closed. So command W is another command which you can use. And now if you want to watch the history, then you can just press control plus tab, and you can see we are into the history. Okay, so this is for showing the history. Then one more handful tool is something like if we want to use multi-cursor. So suppose we have, let's say here, multiple sizes, and we want to directly delete all of them or the 4 below them, then either we can select all of them, or if let's say we have to give 10, 20, 30, 40, something like that, so we can use multi cursors. So how we will do it, we will press option plus command and up or down like this, and then you can see we have a big cursor now, and we can directly delete all of them. So this can be also very handful when dealing with something like if you need to add a block of code to, like let's say if this is the situation and I want to let's just do multi cursor, and I want to change it from 30, one second, so let's say I want to change it from 30 to 40, all of them, then I can directly use this multi cursor and can change this from 30 to 40. So this is a very handy tool again. Next shortcut is we can directly rename something. So let's say let's go here in the product section. So let's say if I want to change this title, or you can say, yeah, I want to change this title from everywhere, then what I can do, I can directly press F2 on the title and I can rename it. So it will rename the title from here and also from everywhere where it has been used. So let's say I can say name, and as you can see everywhere you will see now name rather than the title. So let's switch back. Okay, so this is for renaming. Now let's say I want to join this line, so I can select all of these and then I can press Ctrl plus J for joining, and you can see everything will be in a single line. So this can be another useful command. So next command is, let's say I want to add one more line below this, so I can directly press Ctrl plus D at the end of this line, and you can see this will copy the line just into the bottom. And yeah, this can be also very useful, and similar things are available in Android Studio as well. So next shortcut is we can directly go to end of the line. Let's say this is a very big line, and oh, it actually changed it here also. Okay, so let's join this line. Suppose this we can join this line by using Ctrl J, and now I want to go to the end of this line, then I can press command and right arrow, and it will directly move the cursor to the end of this line, or I can press command back arrow, then I will go to the starting of this line. So this can also be very useful. Now if you want to select a line, let's say this was our line, then you can directly press command I and it will select the whole line, and this can also be a very good shortcut. And next one is if you want to go to a particular definition, let's say I want to this card provider, then you can press F12 and you will directly go here. But if you want to check where else it has been used, then you can press Shift plus F12, and then you can see wherever it has been used. So here on the right hand side you can see all the classes where it has been used, and or all the files. So these are the 20 shortcuts, actually it is 21. Okay, so these are the 21 or 22 shortcuts which you can use. I know this is something which is not very easily you can remember, but by the time if you will use it, then you will be aware of all of them, and they can be pretty handy. So I guess you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like the button, subscribe to the channel, and also press the bell icon for future updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.